Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. This is pre-release 2 for Minecraft 1.21.2. Now once again, I do quickly just want to clarify, pre-releases are a lot smaller, so don't expect any major changes to these updates. These are them just polishing off the current update, which is the bundles update and also the hardcore mode update for Bedrock. This update will not include the Pale Gardens, the creaking. That'll stay experimental until the next snapshot cycle starts, which will then add it in the update after, which is rumored to drop around winter, because that is what the update is currently called. Just because we ain't seeing no mega updates to the Pale Gardens creaking, it doesn't mean they're not coming. They'll most likely wait until the next snapshot cycle starts, which will probably be around November. But anyway, let's quickly just cover what is new within this pre-release. They've made a change to Pale Hanging Moss, and the change here is you can only now pick this block up if you're using shears or you are using Silk Touch. If you break it with your fist or any other tool, nothing will drop. And I think this is probably just to stop inventory clutter, so when you're in the biome, a load of it don't just drop on the ground. You now have to purposely mine it with a correct tool to pick it up. Although sometimes using shears is kind of annoying, but you can also use Silk Touch. And just to show you that it works with Silk Touch as well, if I use a axe, you can see it drops. If I use a pickaxe, you can also see it drops. So it doesn't matter what tool. There was also a bug where the pale moss carpet wouldn't play the correct walking sound when you'd walk on it. That is now fixed. And the walking sound just sounds like moss, I think, but maybe a bit more squished. And the final change before we jump to bug fixes, the pale moss carpet can now be broke a lot quicker when you're using a sword. It's not that noticeably quicker, as you can see, but it is quicker. There was also a bug that has been fixed where you couldn't insta-mine the carpets or the moss blocks with a hoe. That is now fixed, as you can see. And once again, this is a netherite hoe with no enchantments. There was also a bug where if a breeze was on a honey block, they could still jump out. Now they will be stuck on honey like the player is. So if we quickly just have a look, you can see this breeze will never jump. It will try to jump, but it will fail because obviously it's on the sticky block. And it seems like they just spam shoot when they are stuck in a hole, which I guess maybe that's something that might need to be looked into. But basically you can now make breezes get stuck just by using honey. There was also a bug where the idle animation was different to the bedrock idle animation. It's now fixed, they should match each other. If a drowned spawned with a trident that had the loyalty enchantment, the loyalty enchantment trident will return to the drowned, but it will circle the drowned's head rather than the drowned picking it up, meaning that you could have a drowned with a load of tridents around it. That is now fixed, and the drowned will pick up the trident even with enchantments. So another bug that existed was if a mob was in water and lava. So if you was to put water down and then you was to put lava down and the mob was in between these two. So let's quickly just put like a drowned right there. And if it was in both of these, it would play the fire extinguish sounds every single tick. Now it seems like it plays it a lot less regularly, and this was also a bug with if it was in rain as well. But this is quite hard to show. I guess it would probably be easier to show, but you can see it's in both water and lava, and it doesn't spam the fire extinguish sound. There was also a bug where the armor stand inside of the smithing table wouldn't render any armor on it. That is now fixed, and it will now render the correct armor when you have a complete recipe. Now, there was also a lot of bugs to do with Pale Garden related blocks inside of wrong tags. For example, the normal boat was inside of the chest boat tag. There was also a few bugs with the overworld logs inside of wrong tags or spelt incorrectly. They have now also all been fixed. Now, another thing, there was a bug where wolves wearing wolf armor wouldn't show cracks on the armor if it was damaged, and that is now once again fixed. So if a wolf armor is cracked, the cracks will now show. Another bug to do with the underground of the Pale Gardens. If you had yourselves a Pale Garden biome, it was very unlikely that a trial chamber would spawn underneath it, sometimes even culling the trial chamber off. Well, that is now fixed, and if a trial chamber either spawns or generates within a Pale Garden, it should generate correctly. Now, there was a few more bugs, some of them related to technical features, like the can place on and can break components. If you was to enter a block tag within them, it would sometimes cause the data pack to fail. And also a few other bugs, like ender pearls not working correctly in bubble column steel, although that's been fixed quite a few times, so hopefully it is actually fixed this time. Now, another change inside of pre-release 2 is if you was to fall on slime blocks while crouching, you would take full damage. As you can see, now I take no full damage, and also the bounce is completely consumed, which I don't know if it done that before. I thought it still bounced you slightly, just not as high. But you can see even if I land in the middle of a block, I still take no fall damage. And let me quickly just show you me not holding crouch. So if I just fall on the slime block normally, you can see that I do still bounce. Now, inside of pre-release 3, which has also released, they have made some changes to the resource pack high contrast. So if we quickly just enable this, tooltips have had an update. As you can see, all tooltips will now show a contrasted texture, so it's now easier to notice. And also the selection icon inside of a bundle has also been altered. So if I quickly just add some different items into this bundle so you guys can have a look. So let's maybe add 16 of them. Then let's maybe add some of the oak fences. You can see that the selection inside of the bundle is also altered to match the high contrast. And there was also a change like we spoke about earlier in the video where mobs would be in lava and water at the same time. There's also a bug that they've fixed in pre-release 3 where if a mob was in its death animation inside of water or lava or rain, it would once again play a continuous fire extinguish. That is now fixed as well. Now, before we end, I quickly just want to mention, if updates are confusing to you, I will have a video on my channel where I cover everything releasing in Minecraft 1.21.2. Now, if you don't want to miss that, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And I'll upload that probably around the same time this update releases. Now, we still don't have a release date. That'll probably come next week when they are maybe a bit more into pre-releases. I'll try and release that video on the same day it releases or the day before, so you know what is coming in the update for when it's out. But that is it. It's a very small pre-release because most of them normally are. If you did enjoy, do like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.